A couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. A handoff, Lindsey running left. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now, Deshaun Watson, when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3rd and 2, Watson. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. Touchdown, Texans! Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Play action, now it's Allen. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And down inside the 15 he goes. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff for Lindsey. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff. It's Mark AEverett. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And that's on the guard, Cody Ford. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On play action, Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6, and the Bills have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Buying time to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff to Ingram. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, here's Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Hey, 19! Regular.
Allen off the play fake. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Watson on first down. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. To the air yet again, Watson. Touchdown! Nico Collins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Come to the line to start their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Allen now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And it had a little hang time on it. So what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy, because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There was some trust in there. There was also some hope.
He's going to take another shot here. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Allen. And his pass incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They run again with Breida. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. Hill hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They run for it with Breida. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
First down, Lindsey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Watson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Well, they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards. Back now in Buffalo. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2nd down at 7. Here's Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. On the counter, Lindsey. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Lindsey. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is now 13. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing on first down is Allen. Going deep for Diggs. That is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
58.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Good job.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a three-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Davidson. Touchdown, Bills. Zach Davidson. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Lindsey across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. To return is McKenzie. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 78 yards rushing for him now to this point. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So